Come to standing. Balance the weight evenly on each foot, pressing the feet into the ground. Lift and roll the shoulders. Bring the hands to the heart center and circle the hands, reaching up. Extend the middle finger, almost go backwards slightly and subtly lift the chin, only if that's appropriate for you. Bring the palms together and come through the heart center. And we're going to do that a couple of times. Soften the knees, circle the arms up, stretch up, palms together, come back down through the heart center, and soften the knees. Again, breathing in as you stretch up, looking ahead or up, depending on what works for you. Hands through the center. And again, stretch up, come through the center, release the hands, lift and roll the shoulders, hands out to the side, tummy in, soften the knees and come forward. We're ultimately going to be clasping our elbows and coming forward. Once you're forward, you can straighten your legs and aim to have your bottom high up, away from your feet. And also have a sense of extending your back slightly, letting the weight of the elbows drop, but just subtly extending the back, extending the chest and then releasing. So you're stretching out the backs of the legs. If that's too much for you, then soften the knees. Then soften your knees anyway, press the feet into the ground, release the arms, and coming up vertebra by vertebra to standing. And there's a choice here. We're going to just bounce. So you can bounce by just simply lifting your heels, and that might be enough. If you really want to bounce and you're feeling energetic, you can literally lift your bounce and everything around. That might not be quite so comfortable, but whatever works for you. Just bouncing the heels or just bouncing the whole body. And then just come to stillness. Notice the effects in the head. And again, palms together at the heart center. Circle the arms up, stretching up. Come, bring the palms through the center. Come back down through the center to half lift, hands on the shins. Breathing in, lengthening. Breathing out, softening, bending in. Breathing in, lengthening. And stay here as you breathe out. Soften the knees, press the feet into the ground, and roll up vertebra by vertebra. Raise the hands up, just relax the hands, and then just shake. You can bounce energetically, or you can keep your toes on the ground and just bounce at your heels. And then just let the hands come to halfway, and then just come to hands down. Come to feet hip width or wider apart. We're going to twist from side to side. This is a little bit more vigorous than we normally do. So hands out and then twist. Breathing in, opening the arms and twist. We're going to start slowly. Back of the hand goes towards the bottom of the waist and the other hand goes towards the shoulder. And then start to speed up to your own breath. Really be quite vigorous, shaking out all the old energies, making way for the new. You can lift your heels. And then start to slow down and gently come to a standstill. Bring the feet to hip width distance apart. Bring the hands to the heart center again and raise the hands up, taking hold of the right wrist, stretch up and then come over to the left. You can look ahead or you can look up to your hands. Feel the balance between both feet. So the bottom half of the body is dropping down to the ground, the upper half from the waist, the pubic bone, stretching upwards. Come to the centre and change hands as you hold your left wrist, looking either up or ahead, and turn to the right. I find that looking up, you can do that, gives you a better balance, almost between sensation of being between two panes of glass. Then come to the centre and lower the hands down. Lift and roll your shoulders. And then bend the knees as you slide the hands down, the backs of the legs. And for anyone who's got calf issues, this is very good if you can bear it. Hold the backs of your ankles and then straighten your legs out. If that's too much, then just soften the knees. Again, have a sense of lifting from your chest, extending your back, and then just release downwards. It stretches your lower back out, and have a sense of your bottoms up to the ceiling. You're really stretching your legs. And then soften the knees, press the feet into the ground, keep the knees bent as you raise the arms up above your head, and then lengthen the knees, straighten the legs, and then lower the hands. Lift and roll the shoulders. So opening the arms, self-compassion as we hug ourselves, coming forward and just slightly rocking from side to side. Notice which hand's on top. And then as you breathe in, open the arms out and come to self-hug on the other side, other arm uppermost, and then just hug. And then breathing in, opening the arms out, and then lower the arms. Lift and roll the shoulders. Come to the top of the mat, hands together at the heart center. Circle the arms up, stretch the palms upwards, palms together. Then come through the heart center as you bend the knees, hands to either side of the feet. And then step your right foot back, right knee on the ground. Just enjoy the stretch. Perineum engages slightly. You bring your left knee back to your knee. Tuck the toes and come to the first downward dog. Soften the knees and then extend the legs. Feel that you can widen the feet. You can walk the dog, sway the hips. Your own practice. Engage the perineum as you breathe in and then relax it as you breathe out. Tummy in. Look towards your navel. And then drop both knees back down to the ground. Right foot steps up. Hands either side of your right foot. And then just bring your bottom back so that you're stretching out your right leg. Again, very good if you've had cramp at the back of your right leg. Your toes can be pointed down or they can be up to the ceiling. And you choose how far you want to bring your bottom back. You're supporting your weight on your hands, but you can come right back. I might suggest a halfway house to stretch out the back of the right leg. And then slide the legs back into kneeling. And then knees slightly wider apart as we come to an extended child's pose. Come back onto all fours, hands go to the right, and step up your left foot, hands either side of the left foot, and just enjoy stretching into the left hip. Have a sense that your chest is lengthening and just the merest pressure of your hands on the floor, so you're not coming down heavily, you're lifting up. And then come to bring your bottom back towards your right heel and extend your right leg. Your hands will move back slightly to where you're comfortable to stretch out the right leg. Again, excellent if you have any cramps in your calves. Actually, very good for travelling if you've had your calf blood thing. And then either stretching your toes or toes up to the ceiling. Coming back to hands to either side of your left foot. Come to slide the left knee back to the right. And then tucking the toes, tummy in, coming once more to a downward dog. Lengthen the back first and then begin to straighten the leg and the knees. Aim the heels towards the ground and walk the dog. Walk your feet to your hands to your feet. And then clasp your hands behind your back. Have your feet evenly balanced. Feel that you're bringing your chest away from your waist, extending your back. You can look at your big toes and just have your hands up behind you. They don't have to go up very high. Just take a couple of breaths here. And then release the hands, slide the hands down the backs of the legs, just rub them as well, just to massage the backs of the legs. Soften the knees, press the feet down, and roll up vertebra by vertebra to standing. Step with your feet hip width apart. And then circle the wrists up. This is a wrist exercise, but it's also in your own power, something that I need to take note of for this year, because I'm not very good at that. You can bring your index finger to the root of the thumb, so as it becomes a Jnana mudra, and look up. There are other subtle connections too. If you roll the tongue to the back of the mouth, the top of the mouth, breathing in, just engaging the perineum, the root of the tongue connects right the way down through most of the feet, and then bring your head upright and lower the hands. Bring your feet together, lift and roll your shoulders back, stretch up, hands together, and then we're going to come to lying on the mat. So lying on our backs, hugging the knees into the chest. And then just slightly rock from side to side. Just easing out the lower back. And then supporting the legs underneath the thighs to place one foot and then the other on the floor, so the knees are up to the ceiling and the feet are hip width apart. Hands can be palms down alongside you. They can be resting on the abdomen with the elbows out, or they can be open out like a T. Just choose what feels good for you. And just very gently start to let the knees sway from side to side, but initiate the movement by pressing the feet into the ground. How much you roll over is up to you. Your hip will come off the ground. And you can have your feet slightly wider than hip width apart too, or as wide as you want to. Press your feet into the ground so that the feet are initiating the movement. And then you can optionally turn your head from side to side, letting the weight of the head sink into the ground. And now carry on with that same movement, but feel that you're initiating the movement from the knees. There's no right or wrong, it's just an observation of activating different muscles, or a visualization. And then finally making and carrying on with the same movement, but feeling that you're initiating the movement from your hips, so you're pressing your hips into the ground, shifting over from one side to the other. The knees lift up slightly. And then just feel that you're doing anything that you want to. Don't think about it, just do your normal side to side. And then coming back to the center, lower the arms back in towards you, and extending the right foot along the floor, hug the left knee into the chest. Extend the right heel. And just circle the right knee while you're holding circle your left knee while you're holding the left knee a few times in one direction. And then circle the left knee a few times in the other direction. And then hugging the left knee into the chest, roll the entire body. You might like to use the support of your elbows to the right. Your left foot goes on top of your right thigh, and you roll over to the right. Your right hand can rest somewhere on your left outer thigh, and your left hand can rest either on your left waist, or it can rest above you, stretching out under the arm, above you on the mat, or it can open out like a T again, which is quite a strong opening on the left side. Remember, choose which position works for you. Remember to extend your right heel, which activates the muscles of the right leg. And just enjoy this rotation to the right. You can actively breathe in and engage the perineum slightly upwards, almost to your Uddiyana Bandha as well, and expand her up, the energy lock up. So your Mula Bandha and your Uddiyana Bandha into perineum, and just relax as you breathe out. And then roll onto your back. Bend both knees. Lower your arm, and feel maybe that you need to press into your feet to just even out your lower back. And bend your left knee back into your chest again, and open your left knee to the left, placing your left ankle on top of your right thigh. Hands or palms down alongside you. And just rock the knees from side to side. And again, how much you rock is up to you. You're opening the left hip, the left groin in a figure of 4, connecting into the immune system, the lymphatic system at a lower level. And then come to the centre, hug the left knee into the chest again. And you can keep your right knee bent or extend your right leg along the floor as you clasp your left leg underneath the left thigh and raise the left leg to the ceiling. Extend the left heel. So you're pointing and flexing the left foot a few times. And then circling the left ankle in one direction and circling the left ankle in the other direction. And then walk the hands up the left leg, either keeping the head on the ground or placing a hand underneath the head and neck to support your head and neck as you lift your head up towards your left extended leg. Or if you're quite strong in your core, keep your lower back on the ground as you hold your left leg with both hands, lifting your head up towards your left extended leg. And then lower the head back down to the ground. Just stroke your fingers along the back of the left calf, just easing out that calf. Bend the left knee into the chest and place the left foot on the floor. Just move your knees from side to side. The hands could be resting on the abdomen or palms down. And then either keeping your left foot where it is or extending your left leg along the floor, hug your right knee into the chest. Extending the left heel. Your apana or apanasana movement. Apana is the downward energy of the 5 energies, a foundational energy. It can be viewed as the most important and the one to balance first. And it connects into the Vata element, so often that goes out of balance most quickly for a lot of us, and particularly after Christmas. So just circle your right ankle a few times in one direction. And then circle your right ankle a few times in the opposite direction. And then hugging your right knee into your chest, rock the entire body over towards the left. You can use your elbow to support you. Your right foot goes on top of your left thigh. And just roll over to the left. Your left hand can go on the outside of your right thigh, and your right hand can rest on the right waist. Or it can extend a little bit higher above you, behind you on the mat. Or you can open your right arm out like a T, palms down, and turn to look towards your right hand. You choose which expression works for you today. And remember to extend the left heel to activate the muscles of the left leg. And you can optionally add in, when you breathe in, engage the perineum, which engages the Mula Bandha, the root chakra, the root bandha, energy lock, and then the next one, which is the Uddiyana Bandha, which goes slightly higher up, and then just release as you breathe out. Just enjoy the stretch. And then when you're ready, rock back onto your back, lowering your arm, bending your knees, feet are on the floor. You might like to press your feet down to lift and roll you to reposition your back on the floor. And then hugging the right knee into the chest once more, and open the right knee to the right, placing the right ankle on top of the left thigh, hands, palms down, and just rock from side to side. If you want to take this a stage further, you would engage the perineum, lift the left foot off the floor, bring your hands through the underneath your left thigh or in front of the left knee, and hold the left knee. You relax your left foot. You'll really feel this on the outer right thigh. But again, this is an option. And then just release back down to the ground, your left foot. Hug your right knee once more into the chest. And dropping your hands to the back of your right thigh, extend the right leg up to the ceiling. Point and flex the right foot a couple of times. Extending the right heel and then pointing the right toes. Extending the right heel and pointing the right toes. And then circle the right ankle a few times in one direction. And then circling the right ankle a few times in the opposite direction. And then start to walk the hands up the back of the right leg, bringing the right leg towards your face. Your left leg can be bent or it can be extended out along the floor. And you can stay like that, or you can drop your left hand behind and underneath your head to lift up your head towards your extended right leg, looking at your big toe. Or if you're quite strong in your core, keep your lower back heavy and engaged to the earth as you place both hands around your leg, right leg, and lift your head up towards your right leg. And then just use your fingers to massage the back of your right calf as you bring your head back down to the earth. And hug your right knee into your chest. And then hug your left knee into your chest, so both knees stay hugged into the chest. And then breathing in, both feet go up to the ceiling, extending the feet and widening the feet in a V, palms of the hands together through that V, and optionally you can look towards your thumbs, lifting up your head, only if that works for your neck, and then lowering your head back down to the ground, and then hugging the knees into the chest. Sliding the hands down the front of the shins so that you're holding just above the ankles, the knees are out to the side. You're just opening the lower groin. The back is heavy on the ground. And then half happy baby, place your right foot on the floor and hold underneath your left foot. So classically you would hold from the inside so that your fingers are on the outside, but you can hold the other way around. And aim your left knee towards the floor. It's opening you up on one side, the left side. Take an in and an out breath here. And then tummy in as you hug your knees back in towards one another. Place the left foot on the floor and come to happy baby on the right side. Aiming your right knee towards the floor. Your hand can rest on the thigh bone or on the floor. It's a lovely way of opening the hips. And the hips are supposed to represent where we are going in life. So at the time of the new year, it's quite a nice thing to open the hips and free up where we think we're going to be going. And then hugging both knees in towards one another again. And holding where you can. So if you can't hold your big toes, hold wherever works for you. But if you can, hold your big toes. Raise both soles of the feet to the ceiling, still holding the toes. And the aim is to bring the feet together. That's harder, but just go wherever you want to. So if you want to open your legs into a V and just rock from side to side, that's fine. Tummy in as you breathe in, engage the perineum, and just relax as you breathe out. If you're not reaching your big toes, then just hold at the back of the calf wherever works for you. And then bend the knees in. Hug both knees into the chest. Still holding them, let them drift away to arm's length. And in your own breath time, do this a couple of times, hugging in and then just drifting away. You're rocking up and down on the spine around the L4 and L5 lumbar vertebra, which is where all the heavy duty work happens. And then we're going to come to rolling to the side and coming up into, for the lower back, a squat. So if you've got a cushion or a block or something, or if you're very good at coming into a squat, then fine. But if you want support under your heels to lift you up, then you might enjoy taking advantage of that. I'm just going to use my heels just to come to squat wherever you can, palms together. That might not work for you if you've not got any support. Just take an in and an out breath. And then place the hands on the floor. Press the feet down to roll up into a forward bend. And then carry on rolling up to the standing position. Lift and roll the shoulders, hands on the waist, opening under the arms to breathe. And then raising the arms up, your star shape again. Looking up if that works, if not, just look straight ahead. And then bring the palms together, carry on to bend down. We're going to come to the floor, sitting with our legs out again. And you might want, if you've got support, you might want to take a support in front of you. Just touching hands to either side of you. Lengthening the body. Raise the arms to the side. Then raise the arms up, palms together, tummy in. Bring the palms through the centre and come to rest. This might not work for you, the elbows on the ground. Lengthen the back, or just walk your hands out in front of you. The forward bend. You can also, if you prefer, to take hold of your big toes with your second and third finger and the thumb on the top. As you breathe in, lengthen the spine and breathe out, relax forward. The heels are extended. Forward bend, calming for the nervous system. And then just engage the tummy, perineum, slide the hands up. Remove any support if you've had the support, and come to bring the soles of the feet together in Baddha Konasana. Just use your thumbs to massage the underneath the insoles, the insteps of your feet, soles of your feet. You can bounce your knees. You might like to clasp your hands in front of your toes, bounce your knees, or just keep massaging the soles of the feet. And then sitting up, just checking that your back's long. And then come to hug your knees in towards your chest, which will lengthen the back. And then come to a cross-legged position. Lift the flesh out from underneath you if you need to. Just come to bring your left hand to your right knee, right hand behind. Just lengthen as you breathe and then turn over your right shoulder. Head is the last thing to turn, breathing in, lengthen the body, and turn. Stay here for an in and an out breath. Tummy in to come back to the centre. Just hands on the knees to lengthen the body, and then right hand to the left knee, left hand behind. Breathing in, lengthening the body. As you breathe in, breathing out, turn to the left. Breathing in, lengthening, and breathing out, turning to the left. And stay here for an in and out breath. Come back to the centre and just a nod forwards, bringing your fingertips forwards just to neutralise that turn to either side. Tummy in to slide the hands back. And come to rest the hands for a moment, either palms up or palms down, or left hand in the right palm, just to be comfortable. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. We'll just do that a couple of times in your own breath pattern. And as you take your next breath in, breathing in now, imagining your breath travelling into your heart centre, aligning with the solar plexus. And breathe out your breath in the form of an intention for the day through either your third eye or the top of your head. Breathing in, the breath comes into your heart and aligns with the solar plexus. And your intention for the day comes out as you breathe out through the third eye or the top of the head. And just a couple more of those breaths in your own time. And then let the intention go. It's been set for the day. And bring your hands to rub them, palms together. And then just smooth the palms, put the palms onto your closed eyes and just smooth your hands away from one another, connecting to the day ahead. Just open your eyes. And then just rub your palms together again. And smooth your aura down, just down at the front, down your arms. And then finally, just come to rub the soles of your feet together, which means coming on your tailbone. Just setting your energy for the day. Come to a cross-legged position, hands to either the heart or in prayer position to say thank you. Have a lovely day ahead and thank you for joining me today.